Welcome back, everyone. Good to see you. Back for some more Skyrim. We are at the southbound watch tower thing, and we're going into the pass. I have no idea what we're going to find here. Be interesting. We'll say this though: we do have a little spell tome I could use. Transmute ore. Turns unrefined iron ore to silver, silver to gold. So good. Spell tome candlelight. I do want to use the candlelight one.
What's that? Is something ahead? Bandits? Beasts? Where's my sword? I think I forgot my sword.
Just follows me. That'll be pretty cool.
Tired someday. Time to end this little game. Not
Shh! Don't even think about it. Don't you worry. I will be taking everything though off you. Ooh, hello. Ah, you're a bit tougher. Not Wisp Mother tough, but yeah, I'll need to keep this as a favorite. What's it under? Alteration. Ah. There you go. Oh my god, it's a big giant spider.
Oh no you don't.
Good job, everyone. Go get him. Ooh, ooh! This thing is not, I didn't mean to do. Ah, well. Oh! Tell you one thing, that spider was not messing around. And I am none too pleased by that. With two.
What's that? Is something ahead? Bandits?
What was that?
Beasts?
Time to end this little game.
Oh, there's a chest I missed.
That's the last of them.
Nice. Come on, let's deal this damn boy. No, he's right there. Right, okay.
Oh no you don't.
He won't come through that door, will he? He just wants to chill there. Go get him.
I saw that coming.
Best, huh?
Well, this is a problem. Create a blizzard, fiery explosion. Oh. Like lightly pissed it off. Okay, let's try something a bit more. Wait, they're dead? What? I didn't actually know you could kill companions in this. Well, today I learned. That this is gonna be... Wow, a giant frost spider. Maybe I killed them. Maybe my fire attack killed them. God, I didn't know they could die. After some light research, I believe I was the one that killed them with that fire spell. Good news, though. Good news, though. Favorite you, an undying ghost, raise zombies.
What's that? Is something ahead? Bandits? Beasts? But where's my sword?
Time to end this
I think I
little
forgot
game.
my sword.
Go ahead.
Nice. Magic. I actually don't have enough. Right. Well, as I regen my magic again, I have learnt a few things, such as I'm not a really good mage. No! Ah, damn it. See, I saved because I'm trying to be really cheeky. I'm trying to actually use my level up as he's hitting me. And it's not working! It's also the fact we can't really get around it.
Takes care of that.
That was better. Cheers, bandit. So you'd have to fight that either way you walked in. Well. Battle of Red Mountain. Okay. The rise and fall of the Tribunal. What are it up there? Anyway. The following is a transcript of the words of Lord Vivek addressed to a dissident priest, Mullar Oman, who confronted Vivek with the Ashlander traditions surrounding the Battle of Red Mountain and with prophecies of Neverine, and to unnamed magistrates of the Inquisition who joined Vivek in interrogating the dissident priest. Okay, who can clearly recall the events of the distant past, but you have asked me to tell you in my own words the events surrounding the Battle of Red Mountain, the birth of the Tribunal, and the prophecies of the Niravar reborn. Here is what I can tell you. When the Chimer first abandoned the herds and tents of their nomadic ancestors and built the first great houses, we loved the Daedra, worshipped them as gods, but our brethren, the Dwemer, scorned the Daedra and mocked our foolish rituals, and preferred instead their gods of reason and logic. So the Chimer and Dwemer were always at bitter war, until the Nords came and invaded Resden. Only then did the Chimer and Dwemer put away their strife and join together to cast out the invaders. Once the Nords were driven out, General Niravar of the Chimer and General Dumak of the Dwemer, who had come to love and respect one another, resolved to make peace between their peoples. In that time I was put as a junior counsellor to Niravar and Niravar's queen, Almalaxia, and his other favourite counsellor, Sothasil, which we have seen in previous books. Always doubted that such a peace may survive long, given the bitter disputes between the Chimer and the Dwemer, but by negotiation and compromise, Niravar and Dumak somehow managed to preserve a fragile peace. But when Dagoth, your Lord of House Dagoth, entrusted as a friend by both Niravar and the Dwemer, brought us proof that High Engineer Keranak of the Dwemer had discovered the heart of Lorcan, and that he had learned how to tap its powers and was building a new god, a mockery of Chimer faith and a fearsome weapon. We all urged Niravar to make war on the dwarves and to destroy this threat to Chimer beliefs and security. Niravar was troubled. He went to Dumak and asked what Dagoth said was true, but Keranak took great offence and asked whom Niravar thought he was, that he might presume to judge the affairs of the Dwemer. Niravar was troubled and made pilgrimage to Holomayan, a sacred temple of Azura, and Azura confirmed that all Dagoth said was indeed true, and the creation of a new god of the Dwemer should be prevented at all costs. When Niravar came back and told us what the goddess had said, we felt our judgments confirmed and again consoled him to war. Chiding Niravar for his naive trust and friendship and reminding Niravar of his duty to protect the faith and security of the Chimer against the impiety and dangerous ambitions of the Dwemer. Then Niravar went back to Vardinvel one last time, hoping the negotiations and compromise might once again preserve peace. But this time the friends Niravar and Dumak quarrelled bitterly, and as a result Chimer and Dwemer went to war. The Dwemer were well defended by their fortress of Red Mountain, and Niravar's cunning drew most of Dumak's armies out into the field and pinned them there, while Niravar and Dagoth, a small group of companions, could make their way into the heart chamber by secret means. There, Niravar, the Chimer king, met Dumak, the dwarf king, and they both collapsed from grievous wounds and draining magics. With Dumak fallen and threatened by Dagathur and others, Kernick turned his tools upon the heart, and Nirvar said he saw Kernick and all his Dwemer companions at once disappear from the world. In that instant, Dwemer everywhere disappeared without a trace. But Kagranak's tools remained, and Dagathur seized them, and he carried them to Niravar, saying, "That fool has destroyed his own people with these things. We should destroy them right away, at least they fall into the wrong hands." But Niravar was resolved to confer with his queen and his generals, who had foreseen that this war would come, and whose counsel he would not ignore again. "I will ask the tribunal what they shall do with them, for they have had wisdom in the past, and that I had not. Stay here, loyal Dagathur, until I return." So Niravar told Dagathur to protect the tools in the heart chamber until he returned. Then Niravar was carried to us, where we waited on the slopes of Red Mountain, and told us all what had transpired under Red Mountain. What Niravar had said was that the Dwemer had used special tools to turn their people into immortals, and that the Heart Lorcan held wondrous powers. Only later did we learn from others present that Dagathur had destroyed the Dwemer, or had thought the Dwemer destroyed, not made immortal, and no one knows for sure what really happened there. After hearing Niravar, we gave our counsel as requested, proposing we should preserve these tools in trust for the welfare of the Chimer people. And who knows, perhaps the Dwemer are not gone forever, but merely transported to some distant realm from which they may return someday to threaten our security once again. Therefore, we need to keep these tools to study them and their principles, so we may be safe in the future generations. And though Niravar voiced his grave misgivings, he was willing to be ruled by our council under one condition: that we all together should swear a solemn oath upon Azura that the tools would never be used in the profane manner the Dwemer had intended. We all readily agreed and swore oaths at Nirvan's dictation. So then we went back with Niravar into Red Mountain and met with Dagathur. Dagathur refused to deliver the tools to us, saying they were dangerous and we could not touch them. Dagathur seemed to be irrational, insisting that they could only be trusted, that only he could be trusted with the tools, and that he guessed that we had somehow been affected by the handling of the tools. But now I feel that he had privately learned the powers of the tools, and had in some confused way decided he must have them for himself. Then Niravar and our guard resorted to force to secure the tools. Somehow Dagathur and his retainers escaped, but we gained the tools and delivered them to Sothasil for study and safekeeping. For some years we kept oaths we swore to Azur with Niravar, but during that time in secret, Sothasil must have studied the tools and divined their mysteries. And at last he came to us with a vision of a new world of peace, with justice and honour for nobles, health and prosperity for commoners, with a tribunal as immortal patrons and guides. And dictating ourselves to this vision of a better world, we made a pilgrimage to Red Mountain and transformed ourselves with the tools of Kernick's tools. And no sooner than we had completed our rituals and begun to discover our new powers, the Daedra Lord Azura appeared and cursed us for our forsworn oaths. By her powers of prophecy, she assured us that her champion Niravar, true to his oath, would return to punish us for our perfidy, and to make sure that such profane knowledge might never be used again to mock and defy the will of the gods. But Sothasil said to her, "The old gods are cruel and arbitrary, and distant from hopes and tears of mere. Your age is past. We are the new gods, born of flesh, wise and caring of the needs of our people. Spare us your threats and chilling inconstant spirit. We are bold and fresh and will not fear you." And then in that moment, all Chimer were changed into Dunmer, and our skins turned ashen, and our eyes into fire. Of course, we only knew at that time what this had happened, we only knew at this time this had happened to us. But Azura said, "This is not my act, but your act. You have chosen your fate and the fate of your people, and all the Dunmer shall share your fate. From now to the end of the time, you think yourselves gods. You are blind, and all is darkness." And Azura left us alone in darkness, and we were all afraid. But we put on brave faces and went forth from Red Mountain to build the new world of our dreams. And the new world of our dreams was glorious and generous, and the worship of the Dunmer fervent and grateful. The Dunmer were at first afraid of their new faces, but Sothasil spoke to them and saying that it was not a curse but a blessing, a sign of their changed natures, and a sign of the special favour they might enjoy as the new Mer. No longer barbarians trembling before ghosts and spirits, but civilised Mer, speaking directly to their immortal friends and patrons, and the three faces of the tribunal. And we were all inspired by Sothra Sill's speech and vision and took heart. And over time we crafted the customs and institutions of a just, honourable society, and the land of Rosedane knew millennia of peace, equity, prosperity, unknown to other savage races. But beneath Red Mountain, Dagathur had survived. And even as the light of our bold new world shined ever more brightly, beneath Red Mountain the darkness gathered, a darkness that was close kin to the bright light that Sothra Sill coaxed from the heart of Lorcan with the tools of Kernick. As the darkness grew, we fought it and crafted walls to confine it, but we could never destroy it, for the source of the darkness was the same source of our own divine inspiration. And in the latter days of Morrowind, reduced to a subjugated province of the Western Empire, as the glory of the temple fades and the dark tide rises from Red Mountain, we are reminded of Azura and her promised champion's returns. We have waited, blind and in darkness, mere shadows, drained of our ardent vision, and in shame of our folly and fear of our judgment, in hope of our deliverance. We do not know if the Outlander claiming to fulfill the prophecies of the Nerevan is our old companion Navarre reborn, or a pawn of the Emperor, or a catspaw of Azura, or some simple twist of fate. But we insist you adhere to the temple doctrine and conform to the structures dividing the hieroglypha from the apographa, and that you may not speak of which not be openly open, and speak that which must not be spoken openly. Act as a dutiful priest should in accordance with your vows. Obedience to the canons and archcanons, and all will be forgiven. Defy me and you will know what it's like to stand against a god, Vivek. There you go. A little bit of a story. That's actually a whole lot more about what happened to the Dummer, or the Dwemer. Oh, hello. I am going to beat you now. At least my companions didn't die this time. Progress. Poor Khajiit bandit. Thought you were getting a lucky break here, and then I appear and just woof. You're done. Fired, you're out of here. Wait a minute, would there be another... No chest or anything here? No. Is that another trap? Would have been. Good thing I noticed that early on. So there was bandits on both sides and a giant spider in the middle. So they probably weren't part of the same gang? I mean, makes some sense, I suppose. Does this one have more of a... What's this? Aha! There is more to it.
By the 9.
Activate the pedestal. Yellow Book of Riddles. Who on earth are you? The Myth of the 7,000 Steps. Okay, well he hasn't tried to kill me yet, which I suppose means he's friendly. It's probably a silly assumption here. Where are we? We're nowhere near High Hrothgar. I think that way leads to Orthan Rock, so that's not too bad, but you're a greybeard, aren't you?
Not now, traveler. Come back when you are ready.
Wow. Questions upon questions, Horomir. Well, we can read this, because this is a very short book. Apparently it doesn't usually come in yellow, so we got really lucky with this one. Yellow Book of Riddles. For earnest pleasure in the strengthening of the mind, the author here collects all that he has learned in the art of riddling by dint of diligent study and through years of discourse with others of similar inclination. The posing and puzzling of riddles is a convention of a polite, aristocratic Western society. Nobles and socials aspirants collect books of riddles and study them, hoping thereby to increase the chances of appearing sly and witty in conversation. A metal neither black nor red, as heavy as man's golden greed, What do you do to stay ahead with friend or arrow or steed? The answer is L-E-A-D. Lead. Oh, lead. Oh, because it's about metal neither black nor red. It's heavy as a man's golden greed. What do you do to stay ahead? You lead. Lead. All right. Okay, I like that. A man says, if you lie to me, I will slay you with my sword. If you tell me the truth, I will slay you with a spell. What must you say to stay alive? The answer, you will slay me with a sword. Okay, I don't get that one. The S-W-O-R-D, sword. You will slay them with this. You will slay me with a sword. Huh. A Bosmer was slain. The Altmer claims the Dunmer is guilty. The Dunmer says the Khajiit did it. The Orc swears he didn't kill the Bosmer, and the Khajiit says the Dunmer is lying. If only one of these speaks the truth, who killed the Bosmer? The answer, the Orc. The Orc swears he didn't. I mean... Wow. Ah, there's some riddles for us. Not too bad. While I don't know what Zarlak is doing, this is also a very short book, and I want to know a wee bit more about the 7,000 steps. So this is the myth. There is not a Nord in Skyrim who has not heard of the Throat of the World and the pilgrimage of the 7,000 steps. Visitors from all 9 holds come to Iverstead and attempt to climb the mountain, either out of curiosity or in hopes of finding spiritual enlightenment. As the journey is long and perilous, however, few have ever reached the summit. There is little debate that doing so represents an astonishing achievement. There is some debate, however, over whether the difficulty of the pilgrimage is overstated, not in terms of the environmental hazards, of which there are many, but whether the number 7,000 represents an accurate count. Most damning evidence comes from the form of local farmers who routinely walk up and down the mountain in order to deliver supplies to High Hrothgar. The pace at which they do so seems to indicate the distance travelled is not much longer than the breadth of Lake Tyr. Given the width of an average step, the more approximation puts the figure at little more than 700 steps as opposed to 7,000. However, as climbing up a mountain is only half the journey, one could argue that the full pilgrimage takes roughly 3,400 steps in summation. This still puts the total figure lower than the 7,000 we were led to believe. There is little historical record as to where the number originated, as much as the Nord folklore is passed through the oral tradition of songs and poetry espoused by the bards. As the Greybeards chose not to leave their towering citadel, they themselves cannot provide further illumination on the origin of the number. Moreover, as they make no efforts to profit from the myth, it seems little motivation for them to perpetuate it, although those who enjoy conspiracy may imply otherwise. Ultimately, history is full of such exaggeration. This author sees little harm in the myth as a piece of cultural fiction. On the other hand, scholars who wish to study the history and architecture of the area, however, can look to documents such as this as a reference without having to disrupt the mythology and folklore that gives the area its charm. So they reckon to actually reach the summit, it's, 3,400 steps? So then it would be about 7,000 to do a round trip, which is what I presume they're getting at. It's a strange one. But anyway, that's several books read. Nice. All enjoyable ones. I enjoy learning a wee bit more about the folklore. And plenty of you seem to as well. So that's obviously a brilliant result. I get a wee bit of knowledge, you get a bit of knowledge, and everyone wins. Who are you? A witch. Oh, we're at Orphan Rock. Wow, you almost didn't deserve to go out like that. But hey, you got in my way. Ooh. Ooh, right? Team? Woo! Get her. Anytime today, folks.
You're nothing.
thought Orphan Rock had an interior. I swear I thought it was an interior. No! Where did we last save? Oh, as we exited out. No! Don't worry, we don't have to reread books or anything. That's not... It's not a thing. Well, appears these guys are going to be... Or these gals, these witches. I'm going to take a wee bit... Ooh. Did I lockpick you? I feel I didn't. I could be wrong, though. There may be something on top. Let's check the roof.
By the 9.
This is added, by the way. That's not in the base game. I don't know if he's in the base game, Zarlak. I'm not too sure what's going on with him. Is there an easy way up on top of this? Ooh. Didn't expect to fall through the world now. That's... At least I can jump out. Positive. Well, we made it to the top. Buried in snow, to a degree. Right, we ride. There'll be maybe some ore or something to harvest. But no. Alright, back to... Oh. Not one for messing around, are these witches? Alright. That was a good swing and a miss. Another good swing and a miss. Oh, it's because I was hiding. It was close.
Come on.
Ow. Maybe. Maybe we get out of here. What sort of mage is this? Shit. She's like right there. Yep, I know, I've gotta. You're one ugly looking hag ribbon. Where? You were one. You look significantly better now. Ooh, a ruby. Ooh, another ruby. Nightshade. If target dies within 3 seconds, fills a soul gem. Nice.
A new hand touches the beacon. Listen, hear me and obey. A foul darkness has seeped into my temple. A darkness that you will destroy. Return my beacon to Mount Kilcreath.
I've seen memes about
I will
this.
make you the instrument of my cleansing light.
Where's my compadres? There's one. I presume Horomir is alive? Need to be. Well, they left a fair bit of destruction. Okay, now I have a distinctive lack of Horomir. Was he wearing a dwarven helmet? This is not Horomir. But I will take the helmet.
I'm right behind you. I'm at your service.
Right, we're...
Let's get going then.
Oh.
How much gold do we have when
What?
we left that last city?
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out where all of it went.
Well, we find them. Cleared a few places out. Now we can head on. Because I'm pretty sure there is a marked location from way back when. It's on this little road between Helgen and wherever else it goes to. I think. We're not following you again. I remember how that went. Spent ages following a fox. Many an episode ago. Oh, there's a white one. Maybe you're a bit more trustworthy? Nope, equally useless. Yep. Huh. There should have been a book here. Or a destroyed wagon, even. I wonder does only appear at a certain point in the game. I'll have a little look around. It's definitely not this far down. It was further up. I had to have a look because I was like, I'm pretty sure it is here. It is, but it doesn't spawn if the Stormcloak camp is here. Which is, well, clearly on the map. It should be about here. Where this fox is. Over the camp, it appears that there is no bandits. We'll have to return to it in the future. On the map of Skyrim. Hyberstead. Hello, my Stormcloak brethren.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
This is the Fulcreath one. Any name characters around here? Oh, who's this? Thorug.
Fight or die well.
How does one join the Stormcloaks?
Ulfric's not running a social club. You don't join anything. Either you're a true son of Skyrim, or you're not. If you are, then you make your way to Windhelm and talk to the man himself. If you're not, well, friend, you'd best walk away before this gets ugly.
How do you feel about the war?
Skyrim is the birthplace of humanity, the birthplace of honor, and those snow-backed Imperials renounced both when they laid down before the Thalmor. Worse still, to pay for the privilege to keep his throne, the Emperor sells Skyrim and our very gods, Talos no less, to the damn elves. And what did Torek do? He and the Owls that supported him, they took the Emperor's gold, sold out their people for a slave master's peace treaty. Ulfric did right killing him. Soon we'll rid Skyrim of elves, their bloody Justicars, and the Jarls in their pockets.
Justicars is what they're called? Ah.
And we'll cleave through the Legion to get to them.
Why are you called Stormcloaks?
At first they called us that to belittle our cause, but we gladly accept being named for Ulfric Stormcloak, the only true High King of Skyrim. We are the true sons and daughters of Skyrim, and Ulfric. He is the truest of us all. We fight to make our land great once more, to raise up strong, noble thanes, and lay low false Jarls and the cowards who hide behind them. The sound of our fury is a storm about to break on the heads of our enemies. Our friendship, a cloak of true brotherhood for all who would wear it.
Yeah, that's a nice breakdown of it. Cheers, Sunkiller. So, judging by the map here, the Imperials have control of Riften. No one has control of Iverstead yet. They have Windhelm, they have Winterhold, Dawnstar. Now, they don't have Whiterun at the moment, but we can change that. I have to change all the map for the Stormcloaks as we finish with them. But first, we will, of course, do it with the Imperials. We'll be doing all the endings. Well, the two main endings, I suppose.
Here's what I can spare.
Oh. Sick. So what's he got in ingots? Got some moonstone. Quicksilver, auricalcum. Auricalcum. Nice. I like to buy all the ore that I can, so any other ore he's got, I'll take it. Like the iron ore. So now I can get my crafting up. I take the leather, but it's a lot of money for some leather. Nah. You know what? Let's see what we can sell you, sir. You don't want any of my arrows. I think if I get my barter up enough, he eventually will buy an iron arrow for like 1. At the moment, though, you can just take all this heavy stuff off me. Here, how long? This guy's got a fair bit of coin on him. Like we'll have to remove some of that from him. Okay, we'll have to put away a lot of your stuff. We'll take the clothing.
I've got your back. Here's everything I have.
Yes, I know we're walking around basically like dwellers.
Is there anything else you need?
Take a look.
Okay, let's start selling you. Yeah, you can have the gold ring, why not? Speech increased. Good job, that, good job.
We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to.
Okay, they all sound pretty beat up. Sneaky, sneaky. Steal the horse. Nah. I'll not steal the horse. Right. So... we've got... something up here. It's like a little... could be ore. No, looks like it's some sort of cave for like a bear.
I've killed a dragon or two in my day. The secret is to stay in one of their blind spots, right around the neck.
Huh. You ever get that where the terrain sort of winds up and you're like, oh, this is going to lead to something. And leads to none. The one thing I will say is that normally I'd have been very good at spotting ore points, you know, without any of the mods. They're a little more difficult to spot. They kind of blend in a bit more. Both adds to the challenge and the charm of what we're trying to do here. Okay, so this path should lead us to Iverstead. Be nice to at least discover it, and I'll push my way towards Riften because I want a wee bit more. You know, I think it's about time we move on to another city. We will return to Whiterun. It's our house after all. What cave? Heimer's Shame. Yeah. Shame if we were to just head on in. See what we can find inside here.
Who's that?
Alright, what we're dealing with. Ooh. So what have we got over here? Fort Dawnguard. Speak with the leader of Dawnguard over here. Cross Tooth. Eliminate the bandits. Speak to the Greybeards. Bring Nettlesbane back and inspect Dragon Reach for clues in Mshara. Wait a second. Oh. It's a vampire. It's a vampire. Oh god. The vampires. Eyes on me, cause
Something up. I knew I smelled more blood.
woo.
Takes care of
Ha! Ha! I mean, that definitely killed, almost killed me. Don't, none of yous, no, 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 no! Oh, I thought they were going to step on it. Whew. Companions seem to be pretty good at avoiding the traps, which is nice.
Did you hear
Someone
something?
there.
Come on.
Guessing these vampires are going to take a wee bit more to take down.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Of course. Just throw everything in the sack. And if you see my shoe brush somewhere in there, let me know.
Yeah. That'll do for now.
Right behind.
There you are.
Shooting it. Come here.
Never should have come here.
Nice. Ooh, bloodstained clothes. Oh, like a blood alchemy lab. Some skulls. Unarmed strikes do additional 12 damage. Is that alluding to a Skyrim fists only challenge? Let's see, anything nice in here? Ooh. Take it all. Get some mead. I need to remember to keep using this. Oh. Turn my nose up at one piece of gold. Ah, that's where they got some of their brethren. It's super, super bright because I think of like 3 of the orbs. I don't know, it's just the one. Okay.
Here we go.
Someone there?
Schmack. Dude. Well, vampire armor's worth a fair bit.
Bandits?
Did you hear something?
Beasts? Where's my sword?
Bye, vampire. Oh yes. I do love swapping between because... Oh. That's fine. That's less fine. Wow, really showing your lockpicking prowess, Tom, aren't you? Ooh. Nice. I don't even mind. This is just like a standard weapon. There's nothing too crazy about what I'm wielding at the moment. Just an orcish warhammer that I haven't upgraded yet. Poor bandits. No one deserves to go out this way. You would have thought that would have been a skill book. I'll tell you what, our library has certainly expanded.
Still here. I am sworn to carry your burdens. Very good, sir.
Nothing underneath. Any more shame? Ah, more to it. You were the last thing I wanted to see right now. But you're not a giant one, so I'll take great pleasure in doing that. Bravely vanquishes spiders in game. In real life, runs at the sight of one that would be minuscule size compared to that.
Vamp. Fires.
Guessing these are all put down as red then. Yeah, sadly.
Try to
Sadly.
use their speed to flank you and throw their fangs at your neck. Keep your shield or weapon high.
That actually made total sense, Hormir. Thank you for sharing that bit of information.
Now you're mine. Is someone there?
Oh my god! Just bonk. Oh no, there is a master vampire.
Oh, but I will have
Ooh. Oh. Miss of Shilgrath. Shilgrath.
I'll give you a swift
I'm right behind you.
Good job, everyone. Good job. These vampires didn't know what hit them. Aye. Let's put a little look. Nom 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 nom. See? Lovely. Dwarven bow. Iron warhammer that fills a soul gem. Anything heavy that I can throw in? Nope.
The name's Hjormir. Not a problem. Like I said, just think of me as a two-legged pack mule with a bit more charm. Right
How's it
behind.
going then?
I got, it's us. Oh. Right, to Skyrim we go. Well, we dealt with some nasty vampires. Very, very nasty vampires. Huh, you would have never seen that one. Ah. Truly, you would not have known that was there. Who is this? Hello.
I've been hunting and fishing. Take a look.
A random thing to encounter this late at night. Guess that's what he meant by he was hunting. Doing some late night vision bow hunting.
Someone there. Ah, found you.
Red guard?
This ends now.
It does. Your decapitation and me pondering what a red guard in full armor was sitting doing out here. Where's that guy?
We heading out?
Sure thing. Take whatever you need. Right behind.
Don't know where Letty ended up. It don't matter, we march on. Let's just make sure we make it to Iverstead sooner rather than later. I don't know what other horrors awaits us in this. Leave that girl alone. Anyone else? The rift? What? Oh. Falkreath hold. The rift. So now we're into the rift. Is this the Alchemist Shack? No, it couldn't be. What is? I know this one. There's an alchemist that lives here. Also, one of the largest concentrations of random ingredients. Don't know why he's happy with me doing this, but he is. The Recluse Alchemist. Coming to this area was a brilliant decision. The local flora seemed to have had many useful properties that I've been able to utilise into new potions. Outside, the rich soil has allowed the cuttings I've collected to grow into fine and bountiful plants This afternoon, I think, I will journey out for more mushrooms as my current supply is beginning to dwindle. On a personal note, I have moved my alchemy work outside the shack. I find the midday air is a boon to my health as well as my inspiration to my work. Pets of Skyrim. The rabbits seem particularly adept at sniffing out potion ingredients. I recently found out one nibbling on my thistle plants and managed to capture it. It is my hope I will be able to train it to lead me to more bountiful flora. A week later, the rabbit, which I have decided to name Thistle in honour of the carefully cultivated plants it managed to destroy, is showing great promise. It has proven to be quite tame and even intelligent. Getting it to respond to commands, however, can be a bit of a trial. I've resorted to playing it with carrots. Well. Hey there, Thistle, one treat. Sweet. Come with me, I need you to carry something. Wait for me at home. He's gonna go back home, apparently.
You know, I've always imagined adventuring in my head, but because of you, I get to live out my dream in the flesh. Thank you.
Greetings and salutations.
Who is this?
My name is... Wait a minute. Are you an Imperial agent?
As a matter of fact, I'm not.
That's exactly what an Imperial slug would say. You're the second patrol to come here in the last week. My letters must be working. The last guy was shaking in his stupid red dress, saying I was more valuable to the cause alive. And he's right. I'm the most valuable soldier in the whole Stormcloak army.
You're a Stormcloak?
Of course. Now, not officially, but I follow the one true king of Skyrim. Not that harlot widow, what's-her-face, General Tullius. What kind of name is that for a jarl? Or a woman? General. Sounds like something I'd name a store. Or the assortment of garbage that collects under my foot.
I take it you have a different opinion on the name Ulfric?
Of course. Ulfric's a strong Nord name. A strong Nord name for a strong Nord man. Some people even think Ulfric is Talos reborn. That's ridiculous. Ulfric isn't the second coming of Talos. He is Talos.
Damn. So Ulfric is Talos.
That's right. Tiber Septim has been hiding ever since he faked his death in the 38th year of the Third Era. I can prove it. I was there.
Are you implying you're hundreds of years old?
What? Have you been sticking fire salts up your ass? Well, you should.
Wouldn't have thought to do that, but...
Feels good, but it'll give you the meanest rash. Not that that'll stop children from doing it. Children are the worst breed of fungus. I should know. I used to own one.
What? Can you answer the question?
Huh? What question?
You're saying you and Ulfric are hundreds of years old?
I never said that. You ought to get your eyes checked. I'm not a day over 20. What happened is, I got my hand on this thing. It's called an Elder Scroll. I used it to travel to another dimension, where they had invented time travel, and something called a centaur. I think it's like a minotaur with the head of a centurion.
Actually, centaurs are quite common in the West.
What? Then it's already begun.
Tell me how you went back in time.
Right, so the Moon Elves sent me back to the dawn of the Third Era. It's there that I wrote this book about the mystery of Talara, whose story came to me in a dream. It's about a princess who lost her identity following a royal murder plot.
This guy's crazy.
And that's when I realized, to avoid assassination, Tiber Septim was secretly living in the Imperial City as a prostitute named China.
Of course, I was a fool not to see it.
We all were. We all were. Tiber Septim, you see, is what you call a shapeshifter. Not some illusionist like Jagger Tharn.
Maybe I'm
Real
Talos.
shapeshifter. The kind that can transform into a dragon or a bale of hay.
So he's playing literal prop hunt. Maybe Tiber Septim is Alduin too.
What a bunch of bullhorker. Not even a shapeshifter can be in two places at once. Alduin is more likely one of the Uriels or Pelagiuses.
Alright, that explains the face, but shapeshifters aren't immortal.
But vampires are. That's right. Ulfric Stormcloak is actually Tiber Septim, a shape-shifting vampire.
It's like No Bark, but in Skyrim.
Next time you visit the Palace of the Kings.
So, do you own the shack?
This dump? Are you out of your mind? I just sleep here, live here, and use the vegetable garden. No, this all belongs to someone else.
I don't think those are vegetables.
Sure they are. There's corn, artichokes, and that nightshade-looking thing over there is some kind of dwarven onion.
Who owns the shack?
Some plant mage. Probably wasn't a very good one either.
This is normally empty, by the way.
Table.
What will you do if he returns?
I'll let him move back in.
Where will you go? That's a surprisingly dignified response.
What's so surprising about it? I've got dignity frothing out of my tunic. And before you go there, I'm not talking about the stains. Or maybe I am. I'm a son of Skyrim. Nothing we ever say or do is wrong.
Fair enough. If Ulfric's Talos, what happened to the real Jarl Windhelm?
Well, that's the thing. He never existed. Of course, some people say he was seduced away by dark elves. What a bunch of chicken feathers. Just another thing dreamt up by mages who need courage spells to confront the fact they're all miserable failures.
Alright. What exactly is your role?
I send letters to the false queen, Jarl Tullius. Scathing missives that mock her figure, and the vast emptiness of her pink palace. At the bottom, I sometimes scribble drawings of a pornographic nature, just to further illustrate my point.
Sure, the emblem will crumble under the weight of your letters, literally. I can deliver your next letter?
And trust such an important message to an amateur? Never. The letter stays in my pocket until I can find an official courier.
Man of your age must have some family.
Haven't you been paying attention to a word I've said? The Stormcloaks are my family. I had a father once, Thornvar the Nail. The way he talked, people used to say he took a hammer to the head, hence the name. Nobody says that about me. I'm nobody's nail. I'm the hammer.
Godrod the Hammer. Alright, that's me.
Got what you needed, did you, you Imperial agent? Too bad for you, the Moon Elves taught me a spell that will erase your memory. All I have to do is look into your eyes and wait for it. Wait for it. There! Damn Imperial spies are everywhere.
I thought he was going to disappear.
Soon.
Okay, now that we know the ladders are there.
Huh?
When I fought the Great Warlock, Mandamarco, I used stealth to shatter his phylactery. The battle was over before it would begun.
That's it, we'll just read it.
You're nothing. Only a fool who lets himself get so.
Dear Jarl Tullius the Unfair, it is my pleasure to inform you that your bottom reminds me of the great Moon Mazer, particularly when it bends over to take the Emperor's hardened blisterwort. I am working on a drawing that illustrates this point and will send it to you once complete. I'm running out of paper to capture the breadth of your sizable ego. It further pleases me to notify you that I have learned a massive cavern to the east called Fallowstone Cave. I am petitioning that it be renamed Tullius's Nether region in your honour. Your sincerest Godrod the Hammer, greatest son of Skyrim. To his grace Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King, enclosed with this letter, my liege, you will find a wine bottle filled with the lifeblood he relies on for sustenance. While I am aware of my liege's secret, he can be secure in the knowledge that it rests in my impenetrable mind. I have removed this from my body personally, so the true Emperor may grow strong as he seeks to restore Tamriel, the where it stood, where my liege first found it. Right? I don't want to kill Godrod. Godrod's funny. I'll leave him be. Alright, let's go. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, is there more to this? There's like a stables over here. What? That I do not recall. I have no memory of this place. Okay, Iverstead's actually a bit of a longer journey than I thought. Though we aren't too far away. So, we will venture over to it henceforth and then speak to everyone there and go from... I'll rest up around here. We'll make camp here, Lydia and Horomir. And then we'll set out to Iverstead in the morning. So, thank you all for watching and see you all in the next one.